Hello, everybody. Keith Ivey here. I am where you will very often find me. I'm at the Buckhead Club in Buckhead today. Come down here a lot of the time just to meet some very, very interesting people and to have really great meals. And one of the people that I know from the Buckhead Club is with me today. This is Marilyn Perlman. And I heard about Marilyn years ago. In Atlanta, if you've ever been involved in public relations, if you know anything about public relations, you've heard the name Marilyn Perlman. I think of her as the guru of public relations in Atlanta for a long, long time. And it was a thrill for me to actually meet her in person. And like I'm meeting a celebrity, and that was really sort of fun. Marilyn has a company that is focused on something called Cause Marketing. And I wanted to talk to her about that and let you hear her talk about that, because I think it's something that is very valuable for all of us to know. Cause Marketing, Marilyn, talk to me a little bit about what is Cause Marketing.
Well, it's been called social entrepreneurship in addition to cause marketing. And what that really means is that businesses and nonprofits adopt each other so that they can grow together by doing social media and publicity, press releases and stories about their working together. Oftentimes the business will sponsor events at its business location to in honor of and to benefit financially the nonprofit. But to be honest, it often benefits the business as much as the nonprofit, because the business gets a lot of good vibes from the community and then the business gets extra business because of the relationship it has, or relationships that it might have with more than one nonprofit. Although there are some people who believe that adopting one nonprofit is the better way to go. Mm-hmm. And I have mixed emotions. Sometimes it's one way and sometimes
so the benefit to the business is they get some social media, they may even get some commercial press coverage without having to tell their story about their product or their service.
Right.
They're telling the story of the nonprofit.
Right,
and why they are involved in the nonprofit.
Exactly, yeah.
And that generates good vibes, good feelings,
good
and
feelings.
People remember that.
Oh yeah, and they do often do business with that business because they feel that business is doing good,
Mm-hmm.
as they say.
How about an example of I know you've been doing this a while, so you've got some good examples of companies that have taken on Cause Marketing for their company. Tell me a little about one or two companies and how that worked for them.
Sure. It works in different ways for different ones, of course. Copeland's of Atlanta, the Atlanta franchise of the restaurant.
Fantastic restaurant.
Yes, it is. And they're all over the country. But this particular restaurant, the partner said to me, we want to do something different, but what can we do other than promote our chef and the recipes? I said, well, we're going to adopt a charity. Tell me about your particular passions. And both partners said, we love kids and we want to eradicate cancer because Al Copeland, the founder, died of cancer. So I said, cure childhood cancer is the answer to your quandary here.
Yeah.
And so I know the people at Cure, and we started working together. And Copeland started fixing meals quarterly for the families of Cure patients, the Cure patients and their families, over at Scottish Rite and Eggleston Hospitals, where Cure is based. And then not only do they do it then, they prepare the meals and they serve them. some of the staff from Copeland's, but we also did it at Thanksgiving,
Wow.
which meant that 4 TV stations who didn't have much to do that day came over and covered it at one of the hospitals.
So it's a real good, for the media, it's a real good feel-good story.
It's a real good feel-good story.
And the company benefits because they've gotten some publicity, but also they've done something good, and that has to
they've
make
done
them
a
feel good.
wonderful good.
And they've got a reason for doing it. Because they've got a connection to the ministry or to the mission of that nonprofit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another example, excuse me, was a doctor that I worked with, who is a spine and head injury surgeon, and I set him up with the Domestic Violence Organization, speaking about domestic violence and head injury, which he knew a lot about. And then we did seminars on that subject to benefit the nonprofit, the domestic violence nonprofit, of which there are a lot in the city actually. I also got him on the board of what's called Side by Side Clubhouse, which is for a kind of a daycare for head injury patients who can no longer work, who are disabled.
Yeah.
I had another client, a urologic surgeon, urologist, who did a lot of work with male health problems, a lot of which are caused by diabetes. And so he worked with the Diabetes Association, and I got him nominated to the board of that organization. And that also was good for him as well as the Diabetes Association.
I'm sure that, I would hope that some companies, owners who are watching this video would say, we haven't thought about cause marketing, but I want to think about that and talk to Marilyn. What I'll do at the end of this video, I'll put down information about for people to contact you, because I think that you can facilitate. And I know that part of what your job is to take the company, hook them up with the charity, the nonprofit, and facilitate the activity so that nobody's really overburdened with activity. You take on some of the workload of that.
Exactly. And I'll give one more example if you've got time for that.
Sure.
I know you love dogs.
Yes.
You do some dog sitting, and so I'm hooking you up with an organization called Angels Among Us, and you're going to provide hypnotherapy services for some of some of their volunteers, and because that fits with your persona.
Yeah, and it gives me great pleasure to commit to providing hypnosis sessions to people who work with that particular nonprofit, because they're doing something of value that I relate to. And so I'm going to give no-cost hypnosis sessions to their staff and to their executives. So, and that's my pleasure to do.
Great.
Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate you having this conversation. I love you dearly. It's good to see you. And I'm going to put Marilyn's contact information at the end of this video, so you will know how to get in touch with her if you would like to know more about cause marketing. Thanks for now. I'll see you all next time.